boxing channel in the UK. I've always been into boxing. Since I was 6, I've always watched it. And I've watched it for years, got into boxing, had 11 fights unlicensed. Lost my first one, lost my last one. I was 9-2, went on a kill streak in between. Used to love partying, love women, love drink. And that caught up to me in the end. And in the end, I was like having a bad time on the drink and bad times and was in bad places. After I got about 4 fights, I was like, I'm gonna stop drinking now. And I haven't drank now, 6 years I haven't drank now.
I know.
Yeah, I've been sober 6 years. Now, so I was like literally the first person to start doing Instagram face-offs, getting 2 fights, bringing them in. I was the first, everyone is doing it now.
Yeah,
I was the first person to start doing them. It was called Gunman Insta Live. And now they've seen me, breaking into Matchroom now, and I'm interviewing Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Ben Whitaker, Bivol.
Yeah.
We're doing views, our platform's doing views. I won't name other promotions, but we're doing more views in that first show than the other top influencer shows put together.
Yeah.
Facts, not me making it up. You just
I know
have
what
to
you mean on that.
You just have to check the receipts. Go on our Insta page, look at the views. You got to understand how business works, and how business works is we're the number 1 platform. We had thousands of people on our live stream. Our press conference that you came to, after 12 hours on YouTube, it had done 10,000 views. After 12 hours, it's done 10,000 views on YouTube. Our press conference. Then I would just say, chase your dreams. Chase your goals, like Tom chases Jerry.
My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on. A face on a lover with a fire in his heart. A man undercover puts it on.
Been a minute, but welcome back to the Loud Podcast. On today's episode, we have a special guest we've been chasing up for months now.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
And it's finally here. So welcome to the podcast, Gunman Boxing.
Thank you.
Let's start off by saying congratulations. Your first show you had.
Man.
What was the date it was? It felt like it was ages ago, but it was only the other day, wasn't it?
Let me start off by saying thank you for having me on, man.
No, you're very
honestly, I love what you guys are doing, man. Absolutely smashing the game, you know what I mean? You're knocking the game out of the park.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you guys aren't playing podcasts and you're playing baseball. You know what I mean? 'Cause they're hitting like home runs, man, and I love what you're doing. So it's a pleasure to come on. I know I've been busy. I haven't been social distancing. Do you know what I mean? I just been busy and I just couldn't find the time to get on, but I'm glad to be part of the Christmas special.
Nah, I appreciate it, man.
Christmas special.
This is a big episode for us. Like you said, we've been trying to get you on for a couple months now. Obviously,
thanks, man.
Different days work for you, different days work for us, so it happens.
A lot of people don't realise how busy Gunman is.
Exactly.
Mate, I'm a boxing promoter now. I'm
Showbiz,
a manager. I sponsor fighters. I run a media channel.
And you do shows now.
Former fighter, yeah. I've been doing shows now. Thanks for coming to the show. We'll get into that.
Appreciate it. We're
Show,
going to get into that.
I wasn't able to make the show, but obviously I've seen the vlog and
Yeah, man. No, you was there at the
I was at the press
conference
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Even that
Got a bit
gym was
heated
nice.
with one of the fighters,
Nice.
or 2 or 3 of them. Yeah.
But yeah, let's take it back a bit, Gunman, yeah?
We're gonna have to run it real back.
Because even though we know you, we don't know you. And I bet a lot of people probably are wondering, so why does Gunman do shows? How comes, obviously you said a minute ago, and we know before when we met you at Right to Fight, you talked about a fight, you had previous fights too. But
I didn't know that.
yeah, like he didn't know that till now.
I was a good
But
fighter, man.
Where do you actually come from? What's the story?
Yeah.
Chat to us.
Yeah, mate. I've been a lifelong boxing fan. Like, since I was 6 years old, I was watching boxing.
No way.
I loved it. My first memories was like sneaking downstairs, watching my dad watch boxing, hiding behind the sofa, like just peeking over. He didn't know I was there, you know, and I was just watching him, watching all these legendary fighters, you know. And I've always been into boxing. Since I was 6, I've always watched it. And I watched it for years, got into boxing, had 11 fights unlicensed. Lost my first one, lost my last one. I was 9-2, went on a kill streak in between. My kill streak was longer than your Duolingo streak. Most people do, you know what I mean? I was like just knocking brothers over like 10-pin bowling balls, you know what I mean? I was doing good, you know, and I was good. I was a good fighter. And then I just realised, like, I'm getting a bit older now. Time to try something different, you know what I mean? And I was going into my dead-end blooming estate agency job.
Yeah.
Going, I'm going to interview fighters. That's what I'm going to do.
No
Where
way.
shall I do it? I'll do it on Instagram. I'll try Insta Live because I quite like the way that the fans could interact. And it's easy to get fighters to come on, you know, rather than have to, you know, you trying to drag me here. You had to drag me here, or, you know, like getting them on a Zoom link, and I thought I'd just do it live. It's a great environment. Now, so I was like literally the first person to start doing Instagram face-offs, getting 2 fights, bringing them in. I was the first. Everyone is doing it now.
Yeah,
I was the first person to start doing them. It was called Gunman Insta Live.
That's crazy.
So it's like the Gunman Insta Live. Come on, 2 fighters facing off, fans coming in, and you know, at one point they were getting quite big, especially when I was doing big fights. Instagram's lives aren't as strong now because of TikTok and YouTube, and they don't really even let people know you're on now these days. You can bring on like a good guy, and the numbers aren't as good. But at the time, it was fire, man, and that's how I started building all my following. Doing these lives. I was just doing different shows as well, loads of different promotions, working across, picking up the best fighters, getting them on quality, and it just took off. And that's how I got a lot of following from the fighters sharing, you know, collabing with the fighters afterwards, them sharing with their friends. I'd start going to events, people would sort of know the name. And the name Gunman came from, that was my fight name, Wesley Gunman Graham.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's where I am today, and I built up my media channel, started knocking on doors, just interviewing white collar level first, you know, doing shows.
So you literally planted the seed and branched out.
Yeah, so I came from white collar, and that's why I think a lot of people can resonate with me in the fight game, because I interviewed a lot of the amateur fighters and the low level fighters. And now they've seen me, you know, breaking into Matchroom now, and I'm interviewing Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Ben Whitaker, Bivol. I've done some of the biggest
that's
guys.
our favourite boxer.
That is motivation at its finest.
Yeah, McGregor. I've done some.
Man.
You got some big names.
I've done Bernard Hopkins. And he's got an unbelievable story. I've done some really, really big names. I'm working across Queensbury, Matchroom, Misfits.
That's massive.
Bare Knuckle now, BKFC. I do their media.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just grown. But what resonates well with me with the sort of grassroots is because I came from the white collar, I came from the unlicensed scene. So my heart's always there.
Yeah.
But you know, they've closed doors on me a little bit now. Now I've started my own show. Some of these promoters don't want me there.
Hold that. I've got a question for you. Yeah, you said that you loved boxing from 6 years old. What made you love boxing? Like what? You don't just, when you're 6-year-old, not every average 6-year-old turns around and go, today I'm going to like boxing. Do you know what I mean?
Some people go football, some people go basketball, some people go hockey. You chose boxing, I assume.
Yeah, boxing and football are my 2 passions. I'm a Liverpool fan. Not many people know that.
Oh.
I'm a Liverpool fan. But yeah,
it's not the worst. It's not the worst.
It could be worse. But yeah, do you know what? It was like Eubank Senior was one of the first guys I watched box. Prince Nazeem Hamed. That era had a lot of entertainers, like real entertaining legendary boxers. Yeah. And they were really exciting to me. And I was like, you know, when I was watching Prince Nazeem and he's flipping over the ropes and his arrogance, it's almost like I wanted to be that guy. You know, it's like, there's fighters that you wanted to be like. Prince Nazeem was one, Mike Tyson was the other. I started at light heavyweight, won 2 belts at light heavyweight, and then I won a belt down at super middleweight.
What weight is light heavyweight?
79.5 is under 80 kg basically.
And heavyweight is 85, is it?
Heavyweight's higher, 95 plus.
95 plus.
Yeah, because I've got a bridgerweight in there now. But yeah, I was 80 kilos, which is light heavyweight and unlicensed. And then 76 is like super middleweight limit.
Okay.
So I went the other way around. I won my 2 titles at light heavy, then moved down to super middle. But I was never really knocking people out. I was more of a peck you to death kind of guy. Do you know what I mean? I was, you know, I was fast. I had really good feet. I'd box and move, you know, touch in and out. You know what I mean? I was like performing an armed robbery. Do you know what I mean? I just get in and out. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be able to catch me. You know what I mean? One of them ones. So I was a bit like that. I wasn't really staying in the phone box and trading and making it a 50-50 fight. I used my skills and stuff. So
what weight did you prefer fighting up?
I was a bit skinny at 76. I was a bit skinny at 76, but that's where I was best at, you know?
Best, a lot faster.
Yeah, fast, good on my feet.
If you could describe yourself as a boxer, who would you compare yourself to?
Oh, mate, that's good. Well, as a one of the professionals.
A professional that people would know, yeah.
I would say I was a little bit like Eubank Jr.
Okay.
I say it was a little bit like you, Benji.
We're gonna have to run those old tapes.
I'm gonna go with that.
We're gonna run those
I
old
was gonna
tapes.
go like you, Benji.
Literally,
I wasn't top notch. I wasn't top notch, but I was like quite fast hands, pretty decent feet, pretty skilled at most things.
Well,
I used to base my sort of style off of his a little bit as well, I think.
it's somebody who inspired you, so I mean, it's sort of who you want to try fight.
Yeah,
like,
the
I guess,
senior was a big inspiration, and Azuma Nelson, Mike Tyson. You know, those are like the fighters that I really like.
Josh plays football like Suarez. So like, he tends to, you know, Suarez being a Liverpool fan, if he loses his rag, he tends to bite people.
This guy is chatting shit. He's chatting shit. So what age did you say you started boxing? You had your first fight at what age?
I had my first fight in my 30s.
Really?
Yeah, I had my first fight as late. I was into football before then. Football before then, yeah, and I was very much like into football and partying and going out. You know, I used to live like not a good life, to be honest.
You used to live a footballer's lifestyle.
No, I used to live I used to party. I used to love partying, love women, love drink.
Yeah.
And it caught up to me in the end. And in the end, I was like having a bad time on the drink and bad times, and was in bad places, you know, out on the roads and stuff. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to clean up my act. My first 4 or 5 fights, I was like losing weight every fight, having to lose weight because I was like overweight because I was drinking so much.
I see.
And not spending enough time skilling up. So I was actually, after I got about 4 fights, I was like, I'm going to stop drinking now. And I haven't drank now 6 years. I haven't drank now.
I know.
Yeah, been sober 6 years. And now my focus is much better. Everything's much better. You know, I feel good. I can talk good. I'm not waking up hungover. I'm not getting in crap. I'm not waking up in casinos with no money. So it's good times now. But yeah, you know, I had hard times on booze and you know, getting myself in a lot of trouble when I was younger, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shit experience, isn't it? But that's kind of good how you've turned it around.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
turned it around massively.
Did you train boxing before your 30s, or did it something you watched as a kid?
No, I did some boxing when I was like about 20 years old, I think.
Okay.
Did some boxing, but I used to think I was good. And
it's when you get in the
I
ring.
didn't think I was good,
Yeah.
but blooming hell, I was just unfit, you know.
Yeah.
But like growing up, I think in this country, booze was a big part, and partying was a big part of being a teenager, you know. So when I was like 19, 20, I was like out all the time, and then when I would do boxing, I just wouldn't be able to, you know, do what my body would allow me to do. I'd just get so tired, I'd be gassing, you know.
Yeah.
I'd be gassing. I didn't realise that, because in boxing, a minute is a long time. You don't realise how long a minute is until you start boxing. And I was just unfit. I was just always unfit and blowing.
Panting and that.
Yeah, panting and all the rest of it. And and then I just would spend a lot of time out with the lads. I was coming from a lads culture, big group of mates I've got from school days, you know, 14, 15 of us, always out partying all the time.
Where did you grow up?
I was born in Wandsworth.
Oh, no way.
And then
around the corner from here.
Yeah, not far from here. And then lived in Wallington, the mean streets of Wallington in Surrey.
No
and
way.
Then, and then
from
went,
Surrey, yeah?
and then went to Streatham for a bit.
Oh, no way.
I was living in Streatham.
Why did I think you was from Essex?
Where's Wallington?
Wallington's in Surrey,
Whereabouts in Surrey is that?
near Sutton.
I know Sutton, yeah.
Mm.
That's where the open workout was, wasn't it?
Epsom.
Epsom, sorry.
Yeah,
not Sutton.
yeah.
Right, that's near Sutton, though, right? It's not too far.
not far,
Epsom's still in Surrey, Red Hill area.
Kind of, isn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I just lived I had a good upbringing, but I just lived a life of just partying and boozing all the time, and I keep bringing booze back into it because it can destroy you. Booze can, you know. For me, I was really heavily ingrained in, you know, going on lads' nights out. We'd go on stag do's. We'd go to Magaluf on lads' holidays, and it comes to a fine line where you think, oh, you know, I'm heavy drinking or I've got a problem. And to me, it started becoming a problem. I started thinking, I've actually got a bit of a drink problem because I was getting in problems. You know, whenever I was drunk, I would get in rows with people. I would lose things. I'd injure myself. I'd woke up with my arm, 22 stitches in my arm after a night out. Half the time I'd get in and never remember how I got home. You know what I mean? Like, and I was just mixing with wrong people, all the rest of it. And boxing actually truly saved my life. I can genuinely say it saved my life. Once I started boxing and then I realised how unfit I was and the shit that drinking was getting me into all the time. And then I had about 2 or 3 fights and I was winning fights, but hungover. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the minute I get out of the ring, I've done 8 weeks off the booze. The minute I'm out of the ring, how ridiculous is this? I won my second belt, went out clubbing, didn't even barely manage to get the belts home. I was really lucky to get the belts home. I rocked in at like 7 a.m, like in an absolute mess. And I was like, listen, this has got to stop. This has got to stop. If you're going to go into no head guard boxing and like semi-pro, if you like, you've got to clean up your act. So I was just like, right, I've got to have to get this thing
shut this down.
Yeah.
How did you sort of manage to manage that? Or would you say it was like an addiction or?
Yeah. I went to rehab 2 years. Went to drink rehab for 2 years, and I got an understanding. Like my very first meeting, I got to a really bad stage where I was like waking up in my own piss, waking up in different places, waking up on the M25, waking up in casinos. Like I got robbed in Las Vegas on a night out. Like my life was like turmoil. Like, and I could fight, so I'd get in trouble with people. I still mash them up when I'm drunk, I can look after myself. And life was just chaotic, man. Chaotic. Like it got to the point where it was so bad I was about to lose everything. All my money I was losing. I was earning 6-figure jobs. I was working in 6-figure jobs. I was working for DAZN. I worked for TalkSport. I worked for Daily Mirror. I had big jobs. I lost most of these jobs through drinking or not getting on with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like something always went wrong, and it was always the decision of the booze that was causing it to me. And I was just like, look, this is it now.
I
went to rehab and I cleaned my act up.
Was it something that kind of got out of hand, or was there a reason why you were drinking?
Oh yeah, no, it got out of hand. No, I enjoyed it.
Oh right,
I just enjoyed drinking.
Took it too far.
Yeah. I just loved it. I loved boozing. You know what I mean? Like I absolutely love it. Like, and I wasn't depressed. I'm not drinking like, oh, I'm really depressed. I'm drinking because I love it. I couldn't understand why someone would just have 1 pint and then just go home. I couldn't understand. You go to the pub, you just have 2 pints and then you're finished. I thought, why are you not coming out with me? Why are we not going out to the early morning? You know what I mean? I'd sometimes just an hour's sleep and into work.
Was this just on the weekend, or you're saying it was every day?
Almost, I'd say Wednesday to Sunday, and then I'd have 2 days off Monday and Tuesday just to think I'm all right again. Yeah, just to think I'm all right. Yeah. I was a big boozer, and so I'm 6 years sober now. I went into rehab, did 12 months, 24 months in AA, and I come out, and I was like, right, now I'm going to take my boxing serious, and I started brucking man up, started smashing people, winning belts, winning fights. And now, since I've stopped boxing now, my channel is going great. I go to events. I don't need to drink. People go, do you want to drink, Gunman? I'm like, I'm all right. I can have a sparkling water. I'm good feeling normal, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because I'm normal
now. You feel
now.
better when you don't drink anyway, yeah.
What was the turning point? Just you waking up one day and...
Yeah, I mean, after I'd been stabbed in the arm. I've been stabbed in the arm, woke up on the motorway a couple of times, robbed in Vegas, lost a load of money, bad relationships with loads of people, waking up.
It's just ruining your life.
Waking up in my own piss. Like, basically at my lowest ebb. I think I lost a job where I was earning 6 figures job. Lost it on a commotion on a night out. I'd worked so hard to get to a manager level in this high level job. Yeah. And just lost my job in 15 minutes on the booze. And it was like, right, you got to stop now. Like, this is how long is it going to be before this completely destroys you? Yeah. But I was always business minded. When I was a kid growing up, I was always really business minded. Like when everyone else was out playing and on bikes, I was doing paper rounds or washing cars or thinking of ways I could make money.
You always had an entrepreneur.
I was always an entrepreneur, and so I've done well, in terms of.
Tell us about your first job.
What was
your first job?
What was my first job?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I was actually
like the gunman's a hustler.
I was actually selling, ringing up people, selling photocopiers, so ringing up offices and getting one of my sales guys to go in and sell them photocopiers. And I was just really good at talking and opening and getting meetings for this photocopier company. And I started doing cold calling for a Windows company after that. And I started just realizing, shit, I'm really good at sales. I'm really good at being able to talk. I'm really good at communicating.
You sell us the string.
Look at this drink. I don't think anyone can sell us 100% watermelon juice, but
It sells itself.
Yeah, it doesn't it? Glug. These are your sponsors, so I'm going to say it's absolutely delicious. Mouth-watering action going on in that can. But yeah, no, like I was just really good at talking. I was really good at like opening. I was really good at building relationships. I was really good at networking. It just came naturally. I went to university, tried to study like sociology, dropped out after a year. Do you know what I mean?
You do, because you've got these punchlines. And we were thinking, did he study English or something? Or like study some sort of history, or you some creative arts or something? Where did the punchlines come from? Did they just roll off your tongue?
Basically my mates, my group of friends that I've got from school days. I got expelled from school, by the way, as well. Like, I'm just really shit with everything, and most of it was around booze. I got expelled from school. I didn't finish university. You know, I just got in a lot of trouble. But my friends that I was with, like the core of my friends, we all like banter each other all the time.
Like the in-between.
Whenever, a little bit like the in-betweeners. We call ourselves the Ramus family. And with the Ramus family, we call ourselves the Ramus family because we're like ignoramus. We used to say we're all ignorant. We'd all just make mistakes and fuck up all the time. And so we call ourselves the Ramus family. It was about 15 lads. I went to like loads of holidays, Shagaloof, Bloomington, Playa de las America, all those sort of things. And we've been friends since like teenagers, and we're still friends now. And that's how we talk. When we watch boxing or whatever, we'll be like, bloody hell, look at that guy. He's got parked up. He's got parked up like a Mini Cooper. Do you know what I mean? Look at, he's been absolutely malfunctioned.
When you put out a new video on Instagram, I like it, of course, but I can't stop laughing. It's just the punchlines. They're just too funny, man. The way you introduce it and stuff.
But it's just how we, like,
it's so creative.
Yeah, it's how we talk. So
and there's nobody else doing it.
Yeah, that makes it funnier.
That's why it's
know that's got. If anyone else is doing that, you're copying Gunman's thing. I'm telling you, because if you see a video, you don't even need to look at it.
We haven't heard anybody.
What I'm saying.
We haven't heard anybody else doing it apart from you.
Literally.
Yeah.
So you might be setting the trend.
Yeah, I suppose there has been more people following route. I mean, I think with the boxing show, I think more promoters will start following what we're doing as well, as well, when I'll come on to that. But in terms of the interviews and the media channel, I thought when I started, everyone's a bit boring and like, oh, how are you feeling, champ? And, are you going to win?
I know what you mean.
It's the same old questions. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to just speak like I speak with my mates. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to talk to these fighters like I talk to my mates. So I got up to Frank Moore and I said, Frank, you are looking fresher than Bel Air, my brother. Mate, you are looking great. You looking clean. You know what I mean? I'll go up to Eddie Hearn and say, Eddie, you are cleaning up like my browsing history. You know what I mean? Like you are cleaning up. And and there's a relationship that gets built, and we just have fun. Really, I'm just having fun. I'm out there having
natural,
fun.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I'm out there having fun. I'm going out.
What's the best one you done? Did you do one to Beeville McGregor?
I didn't with McGregor. I did I? I think I just said to him, asked him what his plans were, but I didn't really get to set him up. But my favourite one was with Eddie Hearn. When I said to Eddie Hearn, I said, Eddie, you've signed Ben Whittaker. What a signing that is for Matchroom Sport. All the other promoters are moving like Ian Bill, and you are moving like Grant and Phil. and he would love that. And I think that did so many views. It did this one thing. It did loads of views, that did. And he absolutely loved it. And he actually said, I really like your interviews, blah, blah. And Matchroom kind of like, we've got to get this kid in now. You know what I mean? We've got to get him in.
That's it.
The boss man likes what he's doing, so that helped me. That helped me.
That's it.
Yeah, just out here having fun, man. I just tried to treat people as I want to be treated. I tried to have a good relationship with everyone in the fight game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm not here to stop people growing or to prevent people from progressing. I'm giving people opportunities. Of course, on my boxing show, I gave a young cat cuts lady. Hand rapping lady a job, and she posts gratitude and says, Gunman, thank you so much for the opportunity, and that fills me with joy.
Show, right?
Rochelle raps. Rochelle raps.
She's cool, man.
And the fact with her, she's really grateful for the opportunity I've given her, and I'm like, that fills me with glee and joy.
100%. Of course.
I've got jobs on this show now, and some of these young kids. Jodie Edwards is another one, the ring announcer.
Yeah, the one.
Young kid.
I know Jodie.
Yeah, young kid. trying to get a chance in the fight game. I'm like, I can go someone more established, but I want to give a young kid a
I
chance.
rate that, man.
Yeah,
that's proper respect. That is, because there's not a lot of people out there that think like that, or would do that. Do you know what I mean? They'd rather go down the route of, I know someone that's X, Y, and Z, instead of giving the opportunity to.
Some people don't want to give an opportunity.
Exactly.
But it's good you are. Have you had any problems with setting up your first show?
Wait, explain before we go into that. Let's explain the show you had, where it was, how it done, and then answer the quick.
Okay,
the viewers ain't gonna know about the show until you explain.
Yeah. I mean, I should get on to really. I start with how I come up with it. I mean, obviously, so I started interviewing fighters and I started rising through the ranks of boxing journalism. I suppose my style of journalism is like a new school of fun, energetic.
Yeah.
Interviews, and you're almost watching out for my jokes as well as watching the reaction of the guy, as I take it. And so the media channel started building and growing, and it's been doing really well. I started to sponsor fighters. I've had up to 15 fighters that I sponsor and manage.
Oh, no
so I've
way.
got my own stable called Gunman Promotions.
Yep.
We pride ourselves on signing a certain profile of fighter, which is some of the best fighters in the unlicensed amateur professional game. We've got amateurs, we've got professionals, we've got influencers, we've got female fighters.
Oh wow, you did it like that.
Yeah, so now I think actively I've got about 11 now, but I had up to sort of 15 at one point. And it just made sense. I was like, I manage loads of fighters. It's nice getting paid when they fight rather than getting paid to take the punches myself. But it's also nice I'm not looking to fleece the fighters, I'm looking to help them grow, Marco's a great example.
Shout out to Marco.
Shout out to Marco Vitek. I saw that kid when he was 16 years old.
No way.
And I was like, what a talent. That I was like, straight away, I backed him.
He's great.
I backed him straight
proper
away.
rate him, man.
Backed him straight away. I was like, this kid's got something special, I saw him on his second fight. He's had 5-6 fights with me. He's unbeaten. He's earned a lot of money for a teenager. But, he's my show. He earned 4 figures. He earns 4 figures every time he gets in the ring.
A lot of people always trying to call him out, and then
everyone wants him. He's literally now turned into like the golden nugget of influencer boxing.
Yeah, 100%.
But when I picked him up, no one really knew who he was, and not from the boxing sense. From TikTok, he's done his own thing. But from a boxing sense, me coming with him, and stuff. And I said to him, "Listen, I'm in the boxing. People know me, and I go to shows. People know me. They don't know you, but us joining together, he's got big views. I've got big views in boxing, and we've elevated his boxing no end. And so he's a great example. Like, he's earning good money for a kid, and I just try and keep him grounded. I have, I've protected him a little bit. I'm not putting him in super fights. He wants to be in super fights, but I'm like, listen, you're 17. You've got time. One thing you've got is time, man.
He's got time.
You've got time, brother.
You've said this to him as well.
Yeah, you got time. What are you rushing for? And you can't do the super fights without getting paid serious papers. So he's a great example, but I've got some other killers as well, like Dino.
Yeah, Dino.
He is special, mate. He is special.
Like Dino as
that
well.
brother is special.
He's young as well, though, man.
Yeah, they want to fight each other, which is I don't really like to see two fighters of mine fighting with each other, but Dino is special. Like another kid, I saw him actually on Twitter. I just saw him moving. I was like, "Oh, this kid is look at his footwork, mate.
Flexibility about him,
lovely
when he knocked
style,
out,
aggressive."
Was it Connor from
Gilly.
DK? Yeah, Connor. That was
DK. Yeah, made a big.
Yeah, and he's a good fighter as well. Conor Gilly. I like the kid. Yeah, he's a good Liverpool fan as well.
Yeah. Shout out to Connor.
Shout out to Connor. Yeah.
I heard the Scousers don't get knocked out though.
Yeah. He jumped straight back up, didn't he? But yeah, no, he did look bad. But yeah, Dino's I'm really excited about working with him. Like, he's a special talent, man, and. Mate, there's pressure with him for me, in my mind, because no one wants to fight him. He keeps on saying everyone wants to fight him. No, it's hard to match. It's hard to find him good fights.
Yeah.
He hasn't got the views and the revenue generation behind him that, say, a Marco does, so it's hard. You can't, it's more of a challenge.
It's hard, isn't it? If you haven't got that sort of profile for people to sort of recognise who you are. Even if you're one of the best youngsters as well. It matters, doesn't it, these days, to have that sort of profile.
Yeah, whereas Marco's now fighting on Darren Till's promotion next in January, which is Guerrilla Promotions. They've invited him on. I was really pleased to get that on. It's going to be on DAZN. DAZN's YouTube channel.
That's going to be huge, that fight, man.
But it's great that he's on there fighting Blinking. But it's harder to get Dino those opportunities because he doesn't. You've either got to have the views, or you've got to, sell tickets.
Of course.
But he's a really good fighter.
Nah, he is.
Brilliant fighter.
You guys need to follow Dino on Insta.
Yeah.
Maybe doesn't do the views he deserves, which I'm trying to help him with, collabing with him a lot, getting him out there. And it was great. I went to my barber yesterday, big up my barber, freshest trim in the game, Steve W. My barber was like, oh, I like that Dino. I was like, I messaged Dino. I said, my barber knows who you are. That's good. We're going in the right direction, but people know who he is, Yeah,
of course.
So he's going in the right direction. Money Mirza. Watch out for that brother. He's dangerous. He's good.
He's good, man.
Very, very. One of my first fighters I signed. I'm really excited about him. Yeah. So I've got between those three, like they're super.
How old's that Money Mirza?
20.
20, a bit older than Dino.
And Dino's
What's that like? A punchline? Is that like having Salah, Suarez, and attack?
Triple threat, innit?
Neymar, Suarez, and Messi. You know what I mean? I've got those three brothers like up front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, they're the best in the game. Like they're the best in the game. Those three. Watch out for them. They can go as far as they want. I've got Anton Bell as well. He's really progressed, since I took him on a big heavyweight, small content creator. He's now, when I first met him, he was like, victory for him was like getting a fight with Ben Knights. Yeah. Now he's won a title in Birmingham in Unleashed, and Ben Knights is in the queue to fight him. I said, look, that's how far you've come since you come with us.
That's crazy.
He was when I first met him. His goal was to try and get a fight with. He was on Rising Stars, and that's what they were saying to him. Oh, if you can get a fight with Ben Knights, you would have succeeded in this game. That's as far as you can go. I said to him, look, in 3 fights with me, you've beaten the guy that beat Ben Knights. Is a guy called Bridgewater on Unleashed. We beat the guy that beat Ben Knights, and now Ben Knights messages him saying, "I want to fight," and we want to make the fight. We will make the fight. But now he's being hunted. And I said, look what you've done in 3-4 fights with me. We've changed that narrative around. You're the main man now.
That's crazy.
So we're doing some crazy stuff, man. We're doing some really crazy stuff. We've got a lovely girl called Nilmi, who's a bit of a kickboxer. She's doing Muay Thai. She does boxes on Fight Zumi. I've got an unbelievable amateur kid called Shimon. He's brilliant. Like, he had 7 first-round knockouts in unlicensed boxing. 7 in a row.
No way.
First-round knockouts. Moved into amateurs. He's mixed now, about 6-3 maybe. Yeah. Quite a mixed record, but he's fighting killers. He's doing, like, absolutely superbly. I've got Aaron Prosper, who he's just won a Southern Area title. I'm going to miss some of them out, you see, so I've got to go through. Aaron Prosper's just won a Southern Area title. And
you got a football team.
I've got a football team of great fighters. And then lastly, I'd say Emmanuel Zion, who just fought on Matchroom, fought against Anthony Coiler's brother.
Okay.
Lost, but, he's fighting on a Matchroom card.
That's crazy.
Against a Matchroom fighter. It was a tight fight, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
You need a knockout to get a draw. Sorry, Eddie. But, our stable's brilliant, man. So we've got the best fighters. We've got one of the best media channels. So it made sense to get the best boxing platform to put them all on and do the media on, and that's Gunman Fight Series.
Big up Gunman Fight Series.
Big up Gunman Fight Series.
So that leads us back to your question.
Back to my question.
I didn't forget it.
Yeah.
What was it again?
Did you have any problems when setting up this promotion?
Yeah, the fighters. Fighters are the biggest problem, man. I get one fighter. I'm not going to name any names, but he was like, I want to sign up for a fight on your show. Offered him a title fight. Signs a contract. We'd done all the posters. About to announce a fight. Oh, so I've got work. I can't get off work. So are you being fucking serious? I can't get off work. But did you not think to check that first before you sign a contract? And so you just see it's just like foolishness from fighters, I think it is.
Yeah.
But we've got a really lovely business model on Gunman Fight Series. The fighters can earn as much as they want. The more they sell, the more they earn. We're not paying people just silly money. Like, we get people coming on and just asking for silly money. We're not doing that. We're playing by FFP, you know what I mean? We're like FSG, at Liverpool. Financial, you know what I mean? Financial, sustainability. You know what I mean? We're not going like silly. We're just...
They need to sack. Is it Arnie Slot? They need to sack him and put you as the manager.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I'm working on a shoestring.
Marco Dino.
Yeah, Marco Dino and Buddy Mercer up front. Come on, move over, Salah and Ekitike and Kakpo, mate. My boys are coming in. Do you know what I mean? Like, but like, we're just playing like financial fair play. We're not just throwing money at people. We're trying to get young, hungry fighters that want to be there.
How does that business module work though for the fighters? The tickets.
So once they sell, X amount of tickets, then all the money's theirs.
Okay.
That's how we do it. So they have to. There's a house fee on our show. Yeah. This is how much it costs to be on the show. You need to sell that in tickets, and once you've done that, then you can start earning. You know, so that's pretty much how it works.
It's motivational.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just come in and because the thing is, we're doing views. Our platform's doing views. Like, I won't name other promotions, but we're doing more views in that first show than the other top influencer shows put together. Yeah, facts. Not me making it up. You just
what you mean on that.
You just have to check the receipts. You go on our Insta page, look at the views.
I could tell, just from being there at the show.
Yeah,
and
that's not no disrespect to anybody anyway. That's fact.
It's just facts.
I was there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
The PPV was super cheap as well.
Yeah, we went cheap. Everyone else goes double that, if not more. We went cheap. We just went for volume, and we got volume. And then at the show, again, I'm not going to name other shows, but we almost sold 3 times more tickets than our other sort of competitors in that space. 3 times more. That's other shows doing like 300 people. We almost had 1,000 in there.
Do you think you're going to have to start going to other venues? If you need security, just give us a shout.
I mean, that's the plan. That's the plan. I think I will need more security.
That's another thing, though. I could tell the difference between your show and not to name other shows. I mean, it's very obvious, but it's fine. But I could tell the difference of how professional yours was. Like, you had proper security. Like, the venue was clean. It was nice. It was packed.
But you didn't have a team. You just done this all yourself.
No, we've got a team. Yeah, I've got. I mean, it's my show. We decided to put my brand against it because Gunman Boxing's got its own logo. You see, we're wearing these. Make sure you get yourself one of these.
Make sure you purchase.
You know what I mean? £30. You know what I mean?
Send us the link and we'll
get yourself one of these. These are clean, mate.
The link. We'll put all the links down below.
Have you got tracksuit bottoms?
These are cleaner than a crime scene that's just been cleaned up, man. Look at that. Look at this. Doing damage, man. They need to add this to Man City's 115 charges. This hoodie because it is absolutely badass. You know what I mean? Anyhow, so the brand's good and the strength is good because we're signing these quality fighters. We're known as in the industry of supporting fighters and helping them grow and helping build fighters, and because of the interviews and stuff. So we thought rather than just start a new show, a new show, and we call it Lampshade Boxing Promotion. People are like, what's that about? Yeah. Lampshade.
When I see that you made the page on Instagram, I think you sent it to me a couple of months ago. I thought to follow it made sense.
Gunman fights you.
Yeah.
Why not keep it to your brand that you've built?
Keep it to the brand, and then so whilst my name's on it, I just thought I was working on so many other shows. I was working on last year I worked on about 12 different promotions, commentating for them, hosting for them, enhancing other people's shows. And I thought and I put my fighters on other people's shows. I actually thought, it
only makes sense.
Yeah, why not just start my own show, invest in my own show, start my own show, put my own fighters on there. I can do all the media, and I can grow the thing off the back of, I've just been signed with Seconds Out, which is Radio Raheem is on there as well with me.
Big up Radio Raheem.
Big up Radio Raheem. He's a nice guy, man.
Nice guy, and they've got sort of 875,000 subscribers on YouTube. Seconds Out, big channel, known for the Radio Raheem interview till this day with Wilder, where he went mad. Till this day, I've been struggling. We've been struggling for 400 years. When it went mad, it's a famous interview, and so I'm growing in the game. It made sense to just have my own platform and run it exactly how I want to run it. And again, I don't want to name other platforms, we keep saying this, but I've worked on a lot of shambles. I've worked on shows where I've seen fighters with their hands wrapped and they not fight because they're not wanting to they're saying, I'm not sure I'm going to get paid, so I'm not fighting. I've seen that happen at shows before. I've seen shows just being in chaos.
Yeah.
like really badly organised. And I thought, you know, rather than enhance other people's shows,
Do your own.
let's do my own thing.
It makes sense, to be fair. I think it did anyway. And it was probably one of the best shows I've been to.
He kept saying it. He was ringing me up the next day like a fangirl.
And don't get me wrong.
You got to come to Gunman.
Yeah. I was like a groupie, you know, groupie.
Yeah.
Come
It's
to
coming like a
Gunman.
groupie to me.
It was good though, wasn't it? You said it was one of the best shows you've been to this year.
That's me being dead honest.
Yeah.
That's
You're
not
making
trying
me a
to
bit
make your head
jealous.
bigger or trying to gas your ego. And obviously it will, but
It will, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But no, honestly, it was.
It was badass.
Yeah, no, so for real, man. I'm looking forward to next year's one.
Yeah, it was absolutely
100%.
badass, man.
It was sick.
rammed.
It was packed, bro.
packed.
When I mean packed, like I couldn't even find a seat at one point. And I'm with my camera trying to squeeze through everyone, this and that. Like it was sick, man. Even the fights though. I thought the fights on the show made the show 10 times better though. Because I thought there's so many fighters that I wanted to see all the fights, you know what I'm saying? But there's
How
so
many fights
good
were that night?
There was like 15,
18.
18.
18.
18, yeah.
18 fights.
So I'm
And
getting
they were all-
confused. You have 11 fighters.
Oh,
11 fighters, yeah. 11
But no,
fighters.
all the fights were sick, man. There wasn't one fight that I didn't enjoy. Does that make
Probably
sense?
the main event was the worst fight, funny enough, which
What,
was
Marco's?
the Rants.
Rants and thingies,
and
SB9.
Penders, yeah, that just didn't gel like I expected it to.
Yeah, I know what
that
you
was,
mean.
That was a fight that sort of.
Because I think it made it worse because it became a draw.
I
well.
think the draw was right, personally.
Do you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think SB9 took it.
Do you?
That's just my opinion. Though. Everyone looks at boxing different. Do you know what I mean? But
Rants is adamant. Rants is adamant he won every round.
No way. No.
He's
way.
adamant.
I don't know who them ones were. I didn't watch
No.
You didn't watch it? Oh.
No way.
I was happy a draw was read out. Listen, when
That was
they
the
were
last
reading
fight.
out
That was
this,
the football guy we interviewed at the open
It
one.
was the last fight of the night.
The second to last fight, right?
about 3 from the end. Yeah,
3 from the end.
Yeah, because we did the main event and then had a few fights after the main event. So we wanted the main event on about.
Remember
10.
the football guy that said he was a football freestyler?
Yeah. No.
He was fighting Rants and Bants.
He was fighting Ransom.
Yeah,
Band.
I did watch that one. Yeah,
Listen, when the decision was read out, mate, I am thinking this is close. This is real close. And then I'm thinking, if Rance loses this, you may as well put me on all fours and take a run up. You know what I mean? With no Vaseline. You know what I mean? Straight up the sphincter because Rance is like the A side. He's like the biggest name on the card.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
And when it's close, when the fight is close, that would have been really controversial if he had lost.
Yeah.
And sadly, as boxing goes, if Scott had lost, people were expecting him to lose. But he didn't deserve to lose either, in my opinion. So when the draw was read out,
I bet he was like,
this brother here, man, I was literally leaning back like Fat Joe. You know what I mean? I was leaning back like Fat Joe. I was just like relaxed. I was like, oh, thank the Lord, that is over, and I can get out of here in one place. I mean, I've taken some stick on it. Like some people saying, oh, he's won, but both guys are adamant they won. So I think a draw's fair.
yeah.
Okay, so why not have a rematch?
The problem is with that is personally for me, I don't know if someone would want to watch that again. It was the worst fight of the night, I'd say. I hate to say it. It was one of the worst. It just the styles didn't gel.
Yeah, I know
And
what you
what happened
mean.
was Scott Penders was nullifying Rance's work by holding and the very first 10 seconds summed it up of the fight where he caught Rance with a good shot and the first thing he did was dived into the waist to hold.
Yeah.
And he just was nullifying Rance's work. Rance couldn't get anything off. I don't know if even anyone will want to pay to put that on because it just did not gel. And I'm just being honest. I'm not going to sit here as a boxing promoter and say my main event was brilliant when it wasn't. It was just didn't unfold how I wanted it to fold.
How you expected it.
One of the favourite fighters of the night that I liked was his name BKB?
Yeah,
BKP.
Yeah.
I think he's a very good boxer. Yeah,
he's got nice hands, isn't he? He's
yeah,
quite smooth.
he's good with his hands.
Yeah, he's got.
And I remember at the press conference, he was very quiet as well.
Yeah.
So now I understand he's got like a killer's mentality.
Yeah, he's like one of those brothers that opens up his violin case on the top of a mountain, just pulls out a sniper rifle and trudges off into the distance.
I was very, very surprised.
Do you know what I was actually shocked about? That there was only one knockout the whole night.
I know.
Knockout, I mean, the opponent. What was the opponent's name? I was actually in Nando's eating with him before that happened to him. And he was actually very cool. Shout out to him. What was his name? Kane knocked him out. What was the guy's name that got knocked out?
Simmons.
He looks like Ardy. Did he? The rapper, did he? Yeah, a little bit, innit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the only knockout of the whole night. I was actually quite shocked.
We tried to do quite close matchups, though. I'm trying to match people as
Do you
close as I
match people
can.
on the weight, or do you match
I'm doing
people on
weight experience. Yeah. So first things I look at is obviously the weight, the records, and then I get the fighters to send in their styles, and then just look at.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
And they both have to send in like a fight of theirs, and then we send it off to them, and they agree it.
There's a bit of science behind it. A lot of people don't know that.
That's quite good, though.
People don't know, I always send off. When it's a debutant, we just get them to do some pads.
It's Gunman AI.
Yeah. You got, the thing is,
VAR.
because I've been watching boxing since I was 6, I can watch someone's flow in about 30 seconds. I can tell if they're any good.
Okay.
It's crazy that. But I've been watching boxing, all my life, so I can watch someone in and see what they're about quite easily.
You have the eye coordination.
Yeah, hand positions, all sorts. I can see quickly his flow, his rhythm. And that's why I'm quite good at spotting the special talent, like the Mark Overtook. I spotted him at 16 when no one knew of him or cared of him.
It's like finding Kevin De Bruyne, right?
Yeah, finding De Bruyne. It's like a scouting.
Yeah.
I've got a boxing scouting system. Money Mirza. I picked him up, 2 years ago. Now he's just starting to get known. Like people know the name. We've rebranded him Money Mirza.
Yeah.
And that's catching on. And people, who is this Money Mirza? What's he about? Who wants to fight him? What's he? And so it's just finding these young talents and then helping guide these kids to hopefully greatness. And Money Mirza's now, he's trying to pay for his mum to help her and stuff. And he just picked up his biggest paycheck on my show on the 6th of December. So it's great to see. Like he's most he's done boxing.
Hopefully it gives him some
in his
more
first show with
motivation.
me, and hopefully we're going to bring him on. So he's earning 4 figures.
Big up Money Mirza, man.
Big up Money Mirza.
Big him up,
I've got a big question here. The next fight's going to be around about April.
April the
Is it
4th.
around? Oh, it's already set.
April the 4th, next fight. You're there. There's a ringside ticket for you. There's a ringside ticket for you. There'll be one at every single show. April the 4th, Royal National Hotel, same venue. We're going bigger, better. We're going to make the ring entrances are going to be a bit more glitzy, a bit more glamoury. But yeah, we're staying there. We're thinking about making that our home, that venue. It's sick.
That's
Everyone
just
enjoyed
nice
it.
venue, man.
Everyone can get in and out. You can get
Bars there. It's neat.
Yeah, it's
Isn't it?
neat. It's really nice. Listen, we want to brand my show as a Champions League of influencer and white collar boxing. That's what we're trying to brand ourselves as, a Champions League. So to be the Champions League, we need a premium venue, premium fight card, premium production. So you've seen some of our videos of looking slick,
Slick, bro.
and
You
that's what we
didn't miss.
That's what we're trying to do.
There's nothing that you didn't hit for your first show if you're trying to aim to be the Champions League, Premier League of the boxing scene, especially influencer scene. There's nothing you missed, bro, in my opinion.
That's what I was going to ask you. What's going to be different?
Yeah, I'm going to soup up the ring walks. I think we could do. I would love the ring walk to be longer. It's a bit short on that venue. I don't know if you remember, but I don't think there's too much we can do with that. But we're going to next show, fireworks, smoke,
Music
glitz,
artists, maybe
glamour. We did actually look at getting the ring girls to perform fire in the last show, and a big fire act in the ring, turn the lights off. But then it's all insurances, and got to be careful of lighting the place up. You don't want to get lit up.
From the chandelier.
You don't want to get lit up in there and stuff. So yeah, we're looking at maybe improving the intervals. I think we're going to look at more of a prelims for the next one. So we're going to actually start a bit earlier. Prelims. And then into a main card, so there'll be more fights, better fights.
Sick.
So we had 18 fights. We're going to probably move up to about 20, 25.
Oh, wow.
And start earlier. Start about 4 p.m. opening the doors, and the prelims, and then into the absolute mega fights after mega fight. Man. Just reel them out. So it'll be a whole evening of like serious boxing. But there's a few things I'll keep under my hat that we're going to do to improve, because as I said, other promoters will start copying us, and the thing is as well, it saddens me a little bit that promoters, less of them are open to me now. I used to go to shows and interview and stuff, as I told you, and a few of them now, they see us as competition, so I'm getting less access to go to shows to interview, but I'm cool with that because I'm interviewing at Matchroom and I'm interviewing on Riyadh season, and that's where I actually need to be now. I don't want to turn my back on my white collar past, but that's where I need to be now. I need to be,
of course,
covering Jake Paul and
It's about
Joshua.
leveling up.
Yeah, I'm doing Jake Paul and Joshua. I'm doing interviews for that. I'm doing like videos on breakdowns this week. I've been doing for that, focusing a lot of my attention on that. I've got to be around the big time boxing. That's what does the views for me.
Of course, yeah.
I need to be interviewing Eddie and Frank Warren and in amongst those shows now. And with all due respect, going to a smaller show and just interviewing a fighter with 500 followers, it doesn't do anything for me anymore.
Of course.
So I've just had to move on. So it's almost like some of the promoters have shut the door on me, but at the same time, it's doing me a
opened
favour
up new doors.
Yeah, bigger doors, bigger doors, and of course, not everyone's going to like it. When you're doing well, people are going to hate on you. Unfortunately, people. No one hates on people that are doing worse than them.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So when they see me now with huge media channel, the best fighters, and now the best show,
and the best podcast being on,
and on the best podcast.
Come on,
do you know? They're going to hate it. But we've got it. It's facts. We've got the best fighters, and our show. After one show, we did more ticket sales than all the other shows. Our show did, and it was at a higher price than most other shows. Our price was much higher than.
What was your
other
standard
shows.
ticket? 55.
45 was our
45.
standard, but you buy online, it's 50 quid, and our ring size we're going up to £70.
£70,
so that's more than most other shows. So we're charging more, but we're still filling out. And
you need more tables for the next one.
But I don't want people to be so far back. You buy a ringside ticket and then
but Rion's family brought every single table. He had like 10 tables for his family.
He's another great fighter.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I looked as Rion. I was like, bro, where am I going to sit? Literally,
you can see from the back end of the crowd.
I'm looking around a bit. But he bring out barefoot. But Rion's like that. He has a very good support system, doesn't he? So he brings his family out a lot and stuff.
Yeah, he does tickets. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a profile of fighters that are not just exciting.
Yeah.
Because the card was exciting. There was loads of fights.
Facts.
Someone asked me, which fight's the most exciting for you? And I was like, it's like choosing between one of your kids.
I think I asked you that.
It might be you,
I think I asked you that.
I couldn't choose. Honestly, there was 4 or 5 fights that were just like, could have been main event.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? That was just quality, but yeah, next shows, mate, I'm telling you, it's shaping up.
Do you
nice.
already have a main event lined up for the next show?
We've got some options. Some options. Yeah, there's about 2 or 3 options at the moment. But,
anyone we might know?
Yeah, you'll know all of them probably.
Okay,
you'll know most of them. But the main event's got to be exciting. The main event's been. I know Marco will be on at me about wanting to be main event soon, and but he's still got a bit of work to do on that, and we can't rush those things. But yeah, we've got some exciting.
There's some people who we know who have been calling out Marco. I thought they were going to fight. Who was it again?
Jack Does Boxing.
Jack Does Boxing.
Oh,
I know he's been gunning.
Yeah.
If you pardon the pun. For Marco.
Listen, Marco.
Can we see that?
Yeah. Listen, Marco's been. Everyone wants to fight him. Like literally, I manage him.
Yeah.
I can find him a fight in 5 minutes. I offered Jack Does Boxing the fight on December 6th. He pulled. Idris Virgo pulled out of his fight.
Yes.
And so he was free, and my fight was a week afterwards. And Marco's opponent, he had 2 opponents pull out.
Yeah.
And I put the fight to Jack Does Boxing, and he didn't. I said, look, I'll give you 48 hours. Here's an offer, and he didn't take it. That's facts. He didn't take it, and he fought Wonky Tom instead. Wonky fucking Tom. He fought instead. Now, I don't know who's doing your management. I don't know who's doing his management, but whoever's doing his management, it should really be arrested. Do you know what I mean? Like, it should be a criminal offence, punishable by beheading, to take a Wonky Tom fight over your biggest fight of your career on the biggest platform that you've ever been on in terms of views, exposure, all the rest of it. So, if you're turning that down and you're taking a Wonky Tom fight, all I'm saying is that's bad. I've not seen business like that. And as I said, I'm very entrepreneurial and think about my business.
Yeah.
I'm I look at my bank account, I'm good,
It's about having the best interest for a fighter at the same time.
But when you're making decisions like that, whoever's advising you, that's a shocking decision. So, I like the kid. And I like what he's trying to do, upset people, and I don't rate him. I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's a great fighter. if I did, I would have signed him. I would have offered him a deal.
Yeah.
If as soon as I see something, I think they're quality.
You're onto them.
I need to sign this kid.
Yeah.
And so I've got a stable of serial killers. He doesn't fit that profile, so he can come and fight any of my guys. He's already fought Armstrong, who's one of my guys, and lost twice to him.
Yeah.
He can fight any of my guys. He won't beat them, and I'm happy to put money up that he won't beat them. He won't beat He won't beat Marco. He won't beat Dino. I mean, really, it's a mismatch. You know what I mean? I think personally that that's like Real Madrid playing against Accrington and Stanley to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big gulf between Jack Does Boxing and my two at his weight, which is Marco and Dino. They're just going to wipe the floor with him.
He said he wanted to fight Dino like 2 days ago, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think what he does is he calls out the fight, but then he's not really. We'll offer it to him and he'd turn it down. It's I don't want to fight on Gunman.
If Jack's watching this, then take the opportunity next.
Of course he's watching.
Take it, man. Why not?
Of course he'll watch
Please
it.
take it.
Yeah,
Prove yourself.
Of course he'll watch it.
Yeah.
Of course he'll watch it. Everyone's watching what we do. We're in a position where everyone's watching Gunman Boxing and Gunman Fight Series. Everyone's watching what we're doing. He's only calling us out because of our stable's quality. If you beat one of our guys, if he beats Marco, then he's that guy. That's the only reason why they're calling
I mean, it
us
makes
out.
sense. I'm not a fighter, but if I was in that position,
They're the same age, I think.
I'd be telling my own management I want to take that fight.
Yeah, he
'Cause
should have been grabbing that. But you got to come to us. You got to understand how business works, and how business works is we're the number one platform. We've sold 3 times more tickets than his last show he was on. We sold 3 times more tickets. We had they had like 50 people on the live stream. You know, we had thousands of people on our live stream. Our press conference that you came to.
Yeah.
After 12 hours on YouTube, it had done 10,000 views. After 12 hours, it's done
mad.
10,000 views on YouTube, our press conference. That's more than his promotion's last 10 shows, probably. So, like, to be honest with you, like, you got to know where you are. You're not A-side here. You got to come to us. If you want to fight us, you got to come to us.
But what I don't understand, like, why you wouldn't want to fight on a show like Gunman Show. Do you get what I'm saying?
He's probably thinking he's probably thinking the judges aren't going to be fair.
Not
and
even just
he's
Jack,
fighting.
but
He's
like
fighting.
in general, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? If it made sense,
You had a lot
like,
more
why would you not do it?
people contact you to fight on your next show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The inboxes have been going out.
I was going to say, all over the country as well. I assume.
Yeah. We've
BKB fighters. Any?
had loads of fighters contacting us to get on the show. Yeah, but
That's
I think with Jack Does Boxing, he's hinting that he's not going to get a fair shake fighting a gunman fighter on a gunman show. But I didn't know the referee. The referee, that was the first time I'd ever seen him on my last show. The other judge as well, didn't know him. It's the first time I met him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Idris Virgo and Radio Raheem did on the scorecard.
I feel like a lot of fighters feel like that, innit?
Yeah, I wasn't involved in any scorecards. I don't know the refs. I don't know the judges, and I keep it completely neutral and give everyone a fair shake. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't have control over it. I know other shows will pay fighters to lose, and it goes on in boxing. Boxing's a corrupt game. We've seen fighters paid to lose, journeymen paid to lose to make possible.
We've seen that.
Yeah, it happens.
Sure.
It happens. People might like it. It happens. Promoters pay fighters to lose, pay them to fall, drop down in the second round. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're refusing to do that. Every fight is equal. Even if a journeyman comes and fights on our show last minute, he's allowed to try and win. We're not here to stop, to match make. Boxing's fixed enough as it is. Manipulation of scoring happens all the time. We see boxing's the only sport where you don't know the score when it's going on. You don't like football. You can see.
Yeah, that's true,
you look at the screen, you see it's 2-0. Cricket, you can look at the score and say, "Oh, look, they've 120 run lead." And they're 8 wickets down. You can see what's going on.
Yeah.
Even the participants can see. You can look on the Formula One and see, Hamilton's in 8th and Verstappen's 2nd. You can see in the leaderboard. In boxing, you don't know who's winning. The fighters don't even know who's winning.
Yeah,
and the reason they have that is that they can manipulate the scorecards. What we're trying to do is put on even fights. You said that we only had 1 knockout because the fights were very even. There was no mismatches.
So I actually never even deeped it like that. But then now I actually think of it the way he said it to me. It's actually true that a lot of the fights were so. I wouldn't say close to a draw, but like you said, very close match skill wise. Where it's like, do you get what I'm saying?
As best as we can.
Now I think about that's actually mad you say that. because usually when there's a lot of fighters that ain't matched, someone gets knocked out bad. You see loads of knockouts the whole night because someone's way better than the other person. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or someone's paid off, or someone's a journeyman. But yeah, now I think about it,
It was evenly distributed.
Yeah, it's
so
like
in terms
it
of
was very
skill
like
and pace and stuff.
the fights were very evenly matched and good fights. Do you know
And then
what
we're
I'm
just
saying?
rolling them out like a conveyor belt. They were just coming out one after the other. It was good, man.
It was sick.
It was good, man. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is like people shouldn't have to worry about they're not going to get a fair shake on our shows. There was one or two dubious decisions. I think one where I scored Finley O'Gara. I thought he won. I thought he did beat.
I
Danny
thought he
Blake,
won personally,
and they gave that to Blake. I actually, you know, and yeah, the draw obviously with Rance has caused a lot of controversy.
I can imagine.
I actually think, I just generally think a draw was. I just don't think Rance did enough clean work to win the fight.
Yeah.
And you thought SP9 won.
I thought SP9 won personally. But then
it was tight.
If he didn't win that, it was definitely a draw then.
Yeah, it was
but
tight.
in my opinion, I just thought SP9, I think he had maybe one round up on him, which might have swayed it to him. And then, yeah, but...
But the show is absolutely banging. That's, you know, I was really proud of the show, man. It was.
No, you should be proud,
it
man.
Was
Congratulations
Yeah,
once
banging.
again, bro.
Thank you, my man. Like it was banging, man. It was really. We're doing big things with Boxing Game, and I think this time next year, once we've got 3-4 more shows in,
Is that how many you plan to do each year?
aiming to do 4 next year.
4.
4 next
so what's
year.
that, one every quarter?
Yeah, we're looking at. Well, we've just announced April. Looking at doing a World Cup show in June, week before the World Cup.
Oh, wow, okay.
International heavyweight title, get a German fighter, an English fighter.
That'd be fucking sick.
Do a World Cup, piss up.
That's something I wanted to ask
That's
you.
what we'd like to
before
We wrap up, innit?
would you ever plan on doing a show in like, I don't know how it sort of works, maybe in like another country?
Yes, we've already had talks about
No way.
taking the show to the States.
Okay.
Oh, wait, like that? Yeah.
Interesting.
Talks, yeah, but it's
I wanna
a bit too-
come.
It's a bit too early. It's a bit too early. I'm
Establish it more.
gonna establish
Well,
more
you
in
never know,
London,
really.
But
That's
yeah,
sick,
I
though.
think 2027 we're gonna start going to the States. I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the
sick,
States.
man.
Oh, I wanna come.
Yeah,
I
you
wanna
have to
come.
make sure you go,
That's
yeah.
sick,
That's the plan. Yeah, I mean, we've already had conversations about, you know, people come to me and said this model was crazy. That show was crazy. You know, this was
That's
just
so
absolutely
good, man.
class, yeah.
Literally, congratulations.
Yeah,
I
man,
hope
so-
it just prospers more as well for you.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, but
It
it
grows
should.
bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it should do. It should do. And I get so much joy seeing these young fighters growing, like Money Mirza, who's, you know, not known and now he's getting the recognition he deserves. It's great to see that kid, you know, and some of the other kids that I've got on there.
But the fruits of your labour's paying off as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been in the game. You've been in the
Working.
mud.
I've been, brother, I have been working. Do you know what I mean? I've been busier than a woman on blooming Black Friday. You know what I mean? That's how busy I've been, mate. I've been putting the work in, scouting around, networking, finding the best
Yeah.
deals for all the time. You know, I've been putting an absolute shift.
What's
in.
one of the most challenging things you faced whilst doing what you're doing?
The most challenging things? I think hate from other promoters. You know.
How do you deal with that?
Do you know what? It used to get to me. It used to get to me big time. Like I used to hate people trying to stop me growing, because I've had people trying to stop me growing in the fight game. They're seeing me growing, seeing me trying to stop me, trying to ruin my credibility. Yeah, I think it's pretty common, pretty well known that I got harassed by a boxing promoter, trying to stop me growing, trying to stop me, trying to basically slander me, trying to stop me earning money. I've had that before, and that was terrible. But it's been a pleasure it's been an absolute joy to outgrow that promoter completely. I've completely outgrown them.
Yeah.
And I've literally miles ahead of them. They're like,
kill the hate with
they're in my
success,
rear
isn't
view now. Like I don't even know. I have to look back or think about them because it's just levels. I'm in a different.
You're in a different league.
I'm in a different
You're
league.
in the Champions
yeah,
League.
Yeah, I'm in the Champions League. I don't
Yeah.
care what they say. You just got to look at the numbers. You got to look. When I go to the shows, all the top promoters, you know, like Eddie Hearn, they know who I am. They know Gunman Boxing. Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Ben Shalom.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Buffer. You know, they all know me. The top figures in boxing, they all know me. They don't know these white collar promotions that are trying to stop me. So I just look back at it and think, let them stop me. They're only trying to stop you because you're doing well. You know, they're trying to, you know, they're pissing on your flowers, but they don't realise that's making my flower grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Put nitrogen in it.
you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm cool. As I said, I can look at my bank balance and I'm good. I'm like, fine. I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? I'm doing fine.
Definitely.
So, you know, big times ahead, big things for Gunman Boxing, huge things for our show, huge things for our fighters. And you'll see more interviews from me next year because I've been a bit
100%.
quiet on the interviews recently.
100%.
I'm going to drop one later for you.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to drop a good one later for you.
We've got one special question to wrap up quick, and Josh wants to ask.
Let the audience know before you leave here today
Yeah.
some words of wisdom.
Some words of wisdom.
And this is a man with very, very many
Chucking a
funny
punchline.
words.
Some words of wisdom. I mean, listen, I would just say chase your dreams, chase your goals, like Tom chases Jerry. Because at the end of the day, if you go for it, just go for it. You know, I had a thought of building a media channel. I had a thought of interviewing fighters. And I thought about it, and I've gone for it and gone and done it. Don't just sit there don't want to be remembered as that guy who thought, I wish I'd done that, or I wish I'd done this. Just go and do it. You know, if you go and do it, you'll fail. You'll fail sometimes, but if you keep getting back up, keep chasing your goals, keep chasing your dreams. You know what I mean? You will get there. You know. So you know, we're just starting this journey, but like Gunman Boxing, we're now big in the game now. We're established now. And in 2 years, it's incredible what we've managed to achieve. And the next couple of years are going to be absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, just chase your goals. Don't let anyone stop you. And fuck the haters.
Big up.
Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll leave all of Wesley, the Gunman, Graham's Instagram down below, Gunman Fight Series down below, and Gunman Boxing down below in the link. Thank you for coming.
And you can grab his
No safety catch.
You
no
can
silencer, man.
grab a link to his hoodies in the link down below. Also.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I nearly forgot that. Thanks, Jess. I'll leave all the description and everything you want me to put down. That'll be in the bio for all the hoodies, all the merch, everything.
Top
and
man.
Also,
Put him on commission.
Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas, gang.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Bless up,
Okay.
big man. Bless
Appreciate
up,
my
big man.
boy. Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
boy.
That was a good
Top
episode,
man.
man.
Thanks for having me, G.